Sourcing from China doesn't fail because China is risky. It fails because most sellers rush decisions they don't fully understand. If you want to avoid losing money, you need to understand how the entire sourcing process actually works from start to finish, not just one step at a time. The first mistake most buyers make is starting with price. Before talking numbers, you should be verifying who you are dealing with. That means checking the supplier's business license, confirming whether they are a factory or a trading company, and making sure the company name matches their bank account and contracts. If you skip this step, everything that follows is built on assumptions. Once a supplier is verified, the next step is sampling. But not all samples are equal. A sample that is handmade, rushed, or not tied to written specifications does not represent bulk production. You need to confirm materials, dimensions, functions, and packaging in writing. If it is not documented, it can change without consequence. After sampling comes negotiation. This is where many beginners damage relationships by asking the wrong way. Suppliers don't respond to desperation. They respond to reduced risk and long-term potential. That's why offering a trial order, flexible pricing, or mixed SKUs often works better than simply asking for a lower MOQ. Then comes one of the most important but ignored steps, inspections. Quality problems rarely appear at the end of production. They start early and repeat across hundreds of units. A third-party inspection before final payment gives you leverage while issues are still fixable. Once the balance is paid, your leverage is gone. Shipping is another area where sellers lose money quietly. Choosing the wrong shipping terms can mean unexpected costs, delays, or loss of control. Using your own freight forwarder often gives more transparency than letting the supplier handle everything, especially as order values increase. Convenience feels good until something goes wrong. Payment is where all the risk concentrates. Never send full payment upfront. Standard terms exist for a reason. Company bank details must always match the business license and contract. Any sudden change in payment instructions is a reason to pause and re-verify. Finally, the biggest mistake of all is skipping steps to move faster. Most losses don't come from one big error. They come from several small shortcuts that add up: rushed verification, weak sampling, no inspection, unclear shipping, and blind trust in documents. China sourcing is not about luck, secret suppliers, or finding the cheapest price. It's about having a repeatable system and following it every time, even when you feel confident. The buyers who succeed long term treat sourcing like a process, not a gamble. They slow down before they pay, verify everything, and protect themselves at each stage. If you want daily, practical China sourcing how-to videos that break this process down step by step, follow Sourcing X Pro. We share the things most sellers only learn after they lose money.